Okay, so guys, I'm going to break this up into two parts so that you can see how I built this agent that made me $2,400 in 2 hours. I was actually shocked about this. I had my brother on the line and I was just running this thing in agent mode initially on ChatGPT. And when it actually gave me results, I decided, okay, I need to create a way that this builds itself, expands the radius, and just runs on autopilot. And the first thing I said when this worked for me was my sales team is toast. And guess what? I literally let go of some of my salespeople because I don't need them. We have AI that's doing a lot of this anyway. So why pay somebody thousands of dollars a month when you can have a prompt running 24/7, getting you leads, emailing those leads, personalizing the process, getting them to buy. I had people emailing me saying, yes, we want to, purchase what you've offered us without me even realizing I shot them an email. Like, oh, my agent's working. So let's jump into this. So I am going to share my screen and walk you guys through exactly what I have now. I've honed this into a few methods, but I want to break this up into two steps. So, first step we're going to talk about today is basically how to just lead scrape and come up with a database of new leads that you can reach out to. If you're using Go High Level or a CRM system, you can even plug this into that and make sure these leads are uploaded as a CSV. We'll get into that at another time. At this point, we're just doing everything inside of N8N. I'm going to build two workflows, and the first one is going to basically just lead scrape. So here we have it. What we're doing with this workflow is, and if you are part of my school channel, like the premium users, I will be sharing the full JSON file so you can just copy, paste this into your N8N. It will show the same thing, and then you just update it with your APIs if you really want to just move forward with this. But if you're learning N8N, it is still good for you to build this from scratch. We basically start with an OpenAI node, and I'm going to basically expand this so you can kind of see how crazy my prompt is. It's very, very long, as you can tell. So I am basically doing this for a food company. One of my companies is called Georgia Foodies. We are a food blog. So I basically prompted, hey, I need you to find at least 40 new restaurants and generate personalized collaboration emails. Focus on restaurants within 15-mile radius of Metro Atlanta. I'm giving it cities to focus on because I don't want to go in the wrong direction. And I'm telling it, keep expanding the radius until you reach 40 restaurants to reach out to that. 40 restaurants to reach out to that have not already been on the list here. This is a list of restaurants I've already reached out to. Now, I have data collection. For each restaurant that meets the criteria, produce the following fields: restaurant name, contact email, main website, and the city, so I understand where they're from, and the cuisine to use in the email. Now, I'm going to say compose the collaboration email for each restaurant. Draft an email with subject, collaboration opportunity featuring them and us. Body, personalized email greeting, followed by the short introduction, and want to spotlight a specific concept. So, this restaurant concept is $600 promotional package, including a full-length YouTube video showcasing the story, menu, ambience, 4 to 5 short-form reels, and a hosted dinner bringing 20 to 30 people. Emphasize that you're going to recoup the package costs just with the guest revenue. So we ran this before, and immediately, I think within an hour of running it, we had 4 restaurants like, sure, let's do it. That's like a no-brainer. So it's $2,400, done. And I automated even the process of going to the restaurants, getting the content, setting up the event. So those of you in the premium, you'll get to that, but we're gonna just keep chugging along here. Why am I so dark? I'm gonna kind of raise this a bit. So here we go. So we have this prompt. What happens? The output format, provide the results as a CSV or table with columns. And we want these columns being in that table. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to kind of go through the structured output parser that I have. And the goal of this is to basically take all that data that ChatGPT is about to create, parse it down to a table style, transform it, and then update it onto a Google Sheets document that I've already have for new restaurants. So when I run this, the problem is sometimes, and I want to talk about this, we need to probably put like a wait step here, just because I'm thinking out loud. Before we push this to Georgia Foodies, we before we push this to a Excel file, I do know from experience, it normally takes ChatGPT anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to find those restaurants. Whatever field you're in, you want to give it time to cook. So I'm going to basically just throw another step in here, and this is just going to be a wait step because I want to give this time to cook. So I'm going to say, hey, give this thing 15 minutes. You know, that way it's running, it's producing, it has time to get 40 restaurants, and it's going to push it over to this data sheet. Now, that alone, I mean, just this process here is pretty crazy just because a lot of companies pay for lists, they pay for list pools. I mean, I've seen companies pay thousands and thousands of dollars for lists, and now we just have an agent that's going to do it for us at a daily basis. So execute, boom. Now we are going through this. You can see that it's running, it's cooking, it's looking for restaurants. It's like, okay, it's already looking at my list to make sure those restaurants are not on the list. And that's going to go for a while. So I'm not going to hold you here for 15 minutes, but I'm going to tell you that what happens is that once this is done, everything's going to this list. So we're going to have restaurant name, email, subject, body, you know, everything's here. So you have a restaurant, and it's personalizing these emails, okay? So it's pretty neat. Now, we have new restaurants where the pulse data is going to come to, and these are restaurants that I haven't had a chance to reach out to yet. They're just new restaurants, but we have actually, I do see sent. So we have another automation that's already sending these emails out. So thank goodness for that. Wow, we got a lot. I kind of left this running, and now I'm looking back at it like, oh, I probably should follow up on this. But, I mean, you can see this is like email body, subject line, email, company name. We have 104 restaurants, new restaurants. And then in this not sent folder, these are restaurants that this automation has not sent to. We have another 44. So it's just insane because we have lead gen happening at the same time as sales agents coming in, sending that out, updating the new restaurants, updating restaurants that are not sent to yet. All this is like, the crazy thing is I'm just looking at this after running this like last week and realizing that we've already reached out to all these people, which is pretty sick to me. I'm just like, wow. So this is running. Now, the question is, well, Nathan, what is running? Like, you didn't show us that part. So here we go. What's happening is we have another workflow on a scheduled trigger that's basically going to read this Google Sheet, not the not sent area. It's going, once it's read that, it's going to check if an email exists on those columns, and it's going to check if we've already sent like something. Oh, I guess I got to update this. But it's going to check if we've already sent that email to that person. Once that's done, it's using an SMTP to log into this email and send the email out. So pretty awesome. So this one is running once a week. Usually on Wednesday is what I would do with this one. And then every Monday, I would have the data be pulled and parsed. So one workflow is pulling the data, then this workflow is actually sending it out. Now, people are asking already, hey, Nathan, why don't just put all of it on one system? Because I want to make sure the data is looked over, and I want to look over those emails first. So a lot of times I need to stop this from running because I want to make sure nothing crazy is happening here. Because I've done that before. I've ran things on autopilot, and then after 2 weeks, I check it like, oh no, it's been adding special characters or adding spaces where they don't belong. And it's just like, I didn't want that to happen. one of my blogging bots, someone just called out to me like, hey, your bot's just adding space, adding basically like line breaks where it shouldn't, because all your blogs this week are looking weird. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I got like 4 blogging agents writing me blogs every day, so I got to check that. So it's always good to put things in draft and check them. So in this case, I can check these. Once I'm ready for these to be good, these new restaurants, I will move them to not sent. And then once they're in not sent, my other automation will send them. But I want to proofread the emails first. I hope that makes sense, guys. So I know I'm jumping really, really fast. So if you have questions about this, let me know. If you do want to get this JSON file, I'm just going to go ahead and, just open this up. Go ahead and click the link below and just send us your email address. And first, last email is all we need. As soon as I get that email address in the link below, you will get an immediate email to your inbox with both of these JSON files. All you have to do is update your Google, update the ChatGPT API, and that's all we're using for these 2 things. So thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you soon. We'll do another video where I will walk through exactly what this looks like, and I will execute this live for you guys so that you can see these emails going out. So tune in for that video when it comes. But if you found this video from my shorts, then this is basically a breakdown of how I was able to get that automation running, how it's made me $2,400. And even now I'm getting emails and Instagram messages from restaurants. I don't have to reach out personally. They're just getting this. And what I'm going to do to optimize this a bit more is I'm going to have it also check phone numbers and send SMS messages, and that's going to be something really, really cool. Really, really cool. Now, one thing I'm going to do differently that I haven't done yet is see if I can also find these people on like an Instagram or Facebook and set up an automation around that, but we'll do that at a later time. So thank you guys for watching again, and we will talk to you soon.